I'm Daniel Grossman. I'm a graduate of the class of 2003. I was a biology major and had management studies and biomedical studies as concentrations.
I understand that you're also a professor at Stanford University.
Yeah, so I have clinical appointments both at Mayo Clinic and at Stanford. My family and I are in California for a couple of years while my wife is doing some advanced training. And because we're living there, I get to work at a place that I trained and have a lot of colleagues and friends and practice medicine there. And then I'm also at Mayo Clinic. Both of these are part-time emergency medicine jobs. And I love the ability to practice medicine in different academic environments. I've been at a medical device company, I've been at a health insurance company, I've been at a big retailer that was trying to transform itself and do healthcare. And now I'm actually working for a big healthcare company, a big hospital system that is trying to figure out a new way of growing one of their businesses. And so I think I've taken my practice of medicine and helped inform my business roles, and my business role helped to inform my practice of medicine.
Your first few steps after St. Olaf, what did that look like? How did you find your transition? What maybe helped you get to those first few experiences that you had?
So really my first steps after finishing at Olaf were right into grad school. So I went really quickly into a joint medical school, business school program where we did the business school part first. Within my time at St. Olaf set me up for this. You know, my class structure and the way I approached what was going to happen afterwards was pretty exploratory. I've always tried to get a grab bag of activities to help inform what I do next. So I have always picked up the phone and called people, had an exploratory conversation, and then opened the door for something more afterwards. The fact that I'd done that a couple times successfully before I went to graduate school and then before I found internships in that, I think helped me be successful.
How have you dealt with setbacks that you found in your personal life or in your career? And do you have any advice for students if they're feeling like they're facing any setbacks?
Probably the first thing is they're not alone. Lots of people have setbacks. We all take jobs that maybe aren't the right fit. We all have struggles in our both school and employment. You know, I've also had my fair share of getting knocked down in life. I have a spinal cord injury from falling off a mountain bike 6 years ago. That's a part of my story, but it doesn't define me. Question then is what are the goals that are important? How do I set a goal, and what are the things, the incremental steps that I need to take to meet that goal?
If you could have the power to modify the curriculum for, some of the science majors that we offer here, what course would you add?
I probably would change the requirements to get a major. I think we're so major oriented that the reality is man, if I'm proud to be a biology major, but I missed on religion classes and more economics classes and all these other things, because while I know that I had to get the prereqs for medical school done, I also was a bio major because it seemed I might as well do something because I'm doing all these prereqs for medical school. And if I had to do it over again, I probably would be a religion major or something else where I can learn how to think more and be more creative and tackle deep, hard problems with professors who I'm never going to have access to again.
Has there been any specific pieces of advice that have really stuck out to you over your career? And what is some advice that you might give to students that goes along those lines?
I had the privilege of working with a guy named Bob Johnson, or BJ Johnson. He was the manager of music organizations, essentially the St. Olaf choir, band, orchestra, all that. He told me once, listen, your job is hard and you're not going to make everyone happy. And if you go through life trying to make everyone happy all the time, no one is going to be happy. We're all going to do really important things, and we're all going to have tough battles that we need to fight and overcome in our work, life, and school environments. And there are people who are going to grab our attention or want something from us. And if we're making everyone happy all the time, then someone's losing, and that someone is a little bit of everyone and a lot of ourselves.